I've been questioned about my non-for-profit doing what we do right here on O Block in Chicago, then we should be able to, maybe question what others are doing as well. And the one question that stands out in my mind that I woke up thinking about is, what has Black Lives Matter done for our community? What's up, everybody? What's up? Listen, I am Pastor Corey Brooks from the south side of Chicago, right here on O Block. O named after a young man named O.D. Perry who was shot and killed. We decided we're going to keep the O, but we're going to call it Opportunity Block. That's the reason why I'm staying in this tent for 100 days, from November the 20th to February 28th, talking about the issues that so concern us right here in Chicago and America. Talking about the violence that we experience every single day, but also trying to inform everyone that on the south side of Chicago, Project Hood, we're building a center to change all of that. It's going to be a game changer. I want to shout out Fox for giving me a platform every day to bring to you Rooftop Revelations. Today I have with me two brothers who I admire so greatly, and we're going to jump right in. They can tell you their names, and matter of fact, go ahead and tell them who you are real quick.
Dumisani Washington, CEO of the Institute for Black Solidarity with Israel.
Darwin Jiles, former ethnic vice chair of the Michigan Republican Party.
Two of these brothers, listen, I'm going to jump right in because what I want to talk about is so hot.
Yes, sir.
It's a little touchy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's a little touchy.
It's all good.
There are a lot of people who see all of this money given specifically to Black Lives Matter. And I know if I've been questioned about my non-for-profit doing what we do right here on O Block in Chicago, then we should be able to, maybe question what others are doing as well. And the one question that stands out in my mind that I woke up thinking about is, what has Black Lives Matter done for our community from your perspective?
Well, let's see. If I clock it from when they began, 2013 to now, you could use the issue of bringing some awareness to some of these very high-profile situations, like in Ferguson, that type of thing. But as a whole, my answer to that question is not very much. And not only that, has been some detriment where the Black community is concerned. There's lots of different reasons. A couple of them, you touched on one, Pastor Brooks, money. Some $50 million with Ferguson back in 2014, some $90 million in 2020. But as you said, how did that impact? How does that positively impact the Black community on the ground, like O Block, for example, right?
Exactly.
And then also, I would say, again, as a one who represents a Black Israel Zionist organization, the demonization of Israel, not only has nothing to do with what's going on in like a Ferguson or Chicago or Oakland or anything like that, it actually is exploiting the pain and the situations that are going on. So in other words, I'm not fixing, trying to help O Block. Let me use O Block for this prop over here. That's, beyond. That's heinous. That's right. You're profiting off of the pain of other people. So my answer to that question, not very much have they done for the Black community. Yes, sir.
You answer that very well. Let me ask you another question.
Exactly.
Do you feel like Black Lives Matter has used the Black community and given us nothing in return? From your perspective, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I know how I feel about it.
Correct.
But do you think they've used the Black community?
I would like to say that I believe there are individuals who are very honest in their intentions, who are apart because, yes, they want to stand in solidarity with the Black community. But if, just as my brother's keeper, we're on O Block. This is technically former President Obama's, hometown. A slogan is good, but where's the results? That's all I ask. Where's the results? Okay, what have you really impacted? What actually crisis issues have you helped solve? And to me, those are just honest questions. So when it comes down to it, I believe that far as the establishment needs to be held accountable. And I'm going to say this because they've said and talked a good game, but where's the results? And I think for Black people, we demand not only justice, but accountability for people who have used our struggle and our pain to profit and gain and politicize, but they're not helping criminal justice reform. They're not helping attack the issues of mass incarceration, the illiteracy issues in California. We need real justice for us and accountability.
You know what? I heard a statement that I want to just ride for just a second. Shelby Steele, who is well respected, who also has written and talked about many issues that we talk about today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said that Black Lives Matters sells a brand of innocence. And they sell that brand of innocence to whites. And I thought about, wow, if they're selling a brand of innocence to whites, then what am I selling? What is Project Hood selling? And I thought about that, and I thought, well, we sell hard work. We sell that the individual has to take responsibility and accountability for their life. We sell that racism is not the biggest problem that we face. We sell that capitalism is extremely important for us getting out of poverty.
Correct.
That's what we sell. Which route, which brand do you think is more effective for what we're doing and needing in our community today?
Well, clearly it's the one that you just underscored at the end, Pastor Brooks, that independent one, that entrepreneurial one, right? That industrial one. But not only is that the case, now that has always been the case, right? When you're talking about post-slavery America and the people like the giants like Booker T. Washington, right, who preached the exact same thing, right? We talked about some of those quotes over 100 years ago, and he's talking about the independence, the building of businesses. Again, as we talked about before, the whole issue of the concept of Black Wall Street. He's the one who coined the term Negro Wall Street, right? And that not just the mindset, but these businesses and everything that came about. So I believe that it's been very clear. History has taught us that more so than political power is fine to have, but what we found is what's even more powerful is the capital, is the economic power, right? Because economic power can dictate political power, right? But you can have political power and have no economic power, and you get vacuums in situations like we see all over the country, right? Where we have politics. But what's happening on the ground, other than these positions that are being held, what's happening in our schools, what's happening with our businesses and that type of thing. So I believe that second part is the most important, Pastor Brooks, that hard work, what Project Hood is, that's the part that's the most important.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna give you a real live example. One of my supporters actually just mentioned this to me concerning student loan debt. Okay, now there's some proposal to eliminate a certain amount of school loan debt, and I understand and I support that. But what is better, you having the economics, a high wage, and you having a good paying job, or you be able to have enough money to not only pay off your own debt, but start a business and invest, and you own and take full authority and control over your destiny and your own fortitude, or just basically let the government give you something that's going to cancel your debt, but never actually put you in a position to give you free market enterprise solutions. I believe in capitalism with ethics, and it's been proven globally that capitalism increases your wealth capacity, and so it helps you eliminate poverty. So I believe in having a strong economy, being able to have high wages to pay off your debts. You got enough money, you can pay off your own student loans. I know people who do it. Okay, so without that, we have a serious problem.
Yes. Listen, the truth of the matter is this, from where I'm standing. There's a brand that tries to make white people feel guilty, try to make them feel as if they need to support something so that they don't feel like they are racist. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, that's not my brand. I'm not trying to get white people to support what we do or conservatives to support what we do, because I think all white people are guilty, and I think all white people are racist, and I think every system in America is racist. I do not believe that. I do not buy that. I have a brand that says this. I believe capitalism works. I believe individual responsibility works. I believe the dignity for having work works. I believe that government will never solve our problems and come in and save us. I believe that. And I'm asking people, hey, just support this brand. Support me being on this roof for 100 days, trying to bring attention and awareness to violence. Support me building this community center so that we can take responsibility to help these young people transform their lives and transform this community. That's the brand I'm selling. Well, that's just my rooftop revelations. Until tomorrow, peace.